Where's 33?
I forgot. Question 33. Are there
Oh.
vibranium vibrators?
Oh,
Oh my God.
Yes.
Question 33. Yes. Why is a grown-up Toussaint acceptable or unacceptable substitute for T'Challa?
I think with the reboot coming, it might not be.
Might not be acceptable? Like, you think because
Not
you guys are
anymore.
rebooting, how you guys not going to also give us T'Challa?
Yeah, I think the reboot kind of changes everything in a way.
I got you.
that's a good point, man. I thought about that too. I thought about that. If they're doing a whole universal reboot, soft or hard, however they want to do it, pause. Why not just go ahead and do the whole T'Challa? You know what I'm saying? Just give us T'Challa. It's a reboot. This is now would be the perfect time to do that. Even though I believe that they just want to do this damn Toussaint shit. I don't know why, but it would make more sense to just go ahead and recast. It ain't even a recast because it's a reboot. So it ain't a recast. We just putting T'Challa back into the universe with a new actor. It ain't really a recast.
Blue.
Right.
Nate Moore said it. Bo DeMaio said it. They tell their writers, don't read the comic books.
No, I get that, but this ain't even a comic book decision. This is business. This is just a business decision now because we're doing a soft reboot. I need an actor for T'Challa. Fatal J, you want to be T'Challa? Come on in. That's what it should be.
Well, with this Fantastic Four movie, is there a Black Panther in that universe?
Hold on, there can't be because their excuse is nobody else can play Black. Nobody else can play T'Challa. That was their justification. So they can't. So if they recast, they're going, oh yeah, you know when we said nobody. Remember when we said Chadwick Boseman?
Though, Jay.
Yeah, but if they do that, they're gonna go. Yeah, we lied. When we said Chadwick Boseman epitomized Black Panther, yeah, we lied when we said that.
To answer
doesn't
the
say a lot.
the question you just asked, the question you asked about is Fantastic Four going to have a universe with Black Panther in it? So that I got to answer, and the answer is no. I was told that on Darius Planet Fanatics yesterday. He was streaming, and Darius said that he knows, and he's a big leak guy. There's no scoop of Black Panther appearing in that universe. Of course, you know, there could be post-credit scenes. Who was the guy they were covering? We don't know that. But according to the people who leaked it, he's not in the movie. We got to rule that out. Sorry. Grown up.
I don't believe he's in the Fantastic Four movie. I agree with that. I don't think it. But
maybe not,
just
not
saying, that universe.
Maybe not that movie, but like in that universe.
In the universe.
Unless it gets destroyed by Galactus.
Yeah, that's what I'm predicting. I think it is going to get destroyed, and then the Fantastic Four are going to get teleported to the main MCU.
To the main. Yeah,
but what? Unless
was building that thing in the trailer. Well, he did chalk to like a.
Hey, this isn't Fantastic Four talk, Jace. I want to hear you answer about growing up. Fantastic Four. Are we giving them publicity?
I got an answer for that. The only reason it's acceptable to me is because of the multiverse. If the multiverse didn't exist, then it could, but the multiverse changes everything. It changes everything. I don't think Robert Downey Jr. need to be playing Doom, but he is. So in the multiverse, there's all different kind of things. The Doom playing by Iron Man by Robert Downey Jr. is something from a What If comic book. I tried to find a What If comic book, you can't find it. So Toussaint playing him in a multiversal universe is acceptable. Whether or not we like it or not is a horse of a different color, but it's acceptable if we solely depend on the multiverse, which it seems that's the direction that they're going in. Without the multiverse, he should be recast. But with the multiverse, that is in fact a different version of T'Challa, whether we like it or not.
I just had a crazy thought. What if that young T'Challa is actually T'Challa from the past?
You mean this character?
On travel.
This is my son, Toussaint.
No.
Yeah, what if he's from the past? Like, you know.
He just asked a question, and my answer to that question is I would reject it, and I would say this doesn't count as a recast, and I'm still not going to see the movie.
He's saying if the T'Challa that they get is a T'Challa from the past, not Toussaint, but actually T'Challa.
Just a young T'Challa. He's reborn, essentially.
Bro, you know they not gonna do that. Stop. I mean, because to me
have
it
to
sounds
see it.
too dope. No, when it sounds too
He said
dope,
too
they're
dope.
not gonna do it.
Well,
So
if
just
it
let
sounds
go.
good, they not doing it. They not
They're
doing
not
it.
gonna do it. They're not gonna do
Then
it.
in the comic book, one of the storylines that Bass brought him back.
See, that would be the most logical thing to
wasn't-
do is have her bring him back.
But he wasn't dead. He wasn't dead, but yeah, bad. You know, he was bad.
I'm saying like she should be able to have connection with the ancestral
She
plane.
should have
like
that
he
power,
does,
but
and then be able like
look,
is he the
whatever
avatar
Nakia
kind of like
gave
how
him-
Moon Knight is?
whatever
Was it
Nakia
Moonlight?
gave him, it supersedes that avatar bass.
You still
God.
talking that sex stuff, man. Come on, dog.
Danny, like, shut up, Blue. Why you even
Man,
talking that
come on
bullshit?
with that.
I like this. So Chadwick T'Challa is the only one in the multiverse, but RDJ and Chris Evans can play different characters with the same face as another character. Funny, yeah. Rhea, question 33 is why is a grown-up Toussaint an acceptable substitute for T'Challa, or why is he an unacceptable substitute for T'Challa? How you want to take it?
I'll say it's acceptable because I don't want to have like a, die on this hill type of approach to I only want 616 T'Challa to be just recast with another actor and let's not acknowledge him being dead. That's kind of like the the hill that like I wish I could just, just like stand on business and not say I'm willing to, fold on it, but I want this character just to, be seen. I just want him to be like, represented and yeah, whatever form T'Challa or Toussaint, like takes that, mantle as Black Panther. I just want to, see the character again on screen, honestly. And I think for other folks who aren't as like, boots on the ground as, a lot of us are for it, I think just having the character be accessible for them, is more important. Like the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, I guess.
You think you're in the many?
Star Trek, buddy.
No, I'm in the needs of the few, but I'm saying that for the greater good, just to see Black Panther again on screen.
Rhea's a smart woman. I like that comment.
Well, I'd still disagree, but I like her also, so I'm not going to disagree too aggressively.
I'll disagree.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
Because the key word in that question is substitute. Okay, I don't want to substitute T'Challa any more than I want to substitute Silver Surfer. Okay, it's that simple. I don't want. Oh, look, there's a female Silver Surfer in the upcoming Fantastic Four. Well, at least you get Silver Surfer. I don't give a shit. That's not. I don't want to substitute.
And Silver Surfer is your favorite character. That's why you chose that character.
Right. That's why. Well, no, I also picked it because it's established that there's going to be a female Silver Surfer in the upcoming movie. I don't want to substitute. It's the same thing with the other Fantastic Four. I didn't want that substitute Galactus. I wanted the actual Galactus.
Sometimes the substitutions are better. In Daredevil, Michael Clark Duncan is just as good as any other actor.
Well, that was more so a race swap than it was a substitute.
Yeah, but it's a substitution.
No, it wasn't a substitution. He was still Richard Fisk. Okay?
William
It wasn't his son. Michael Clark Duncan, he played Richard Fisk.
Isn't it Wilson Fisk?
Wilson Fisk.
Sorry, Wilson Fisk. Toussaint is not playing T'Challa. Toussaint is playing Toussaint.
So
did
let's
Lex
throw that
Luthor's son play Lex Luthor in the BVS?
Still playing Lex Luthor.
No. I thought it was his son.
The actor is not important. It's the character.
Okay? That wasn't Lex Luthor. That was his son, correct?
Well, listen, Danny, if you give me an example that's true, I'll just tell you they effed up there also. If you actually have another key example where they got the wrong or an alternate or a substitute, I have to ask you, and I have to ask Rhea, why can someone else just fulfill the T'Challa the needs? His name is something else, his Toussaint, and then he changes his name to T'Challa because he's in Wakanda, not Haiti, and then he goes, like what makes him T'Challa enough for you? Let's go to Rhea.
It's not that having a substitute or his son be T'Challa, as we've seen him in Black Panther 1. It's about Black Panther itself as like, this basically this figure, this idea that a bunch of different people throughout, hundreds of years and thousands of years have, taken the mantle to and, perpetuated that idea of like, you know, the excellence and the you know, just like the presence and like, you know, inspirational, you know, of this idea of Black Panther. So I'm saying that yes, like T'Challa definitely like executed the idea and like took the mantle and ran with it like to the best of his ability as far as like our perception of who or how we were introduced to Black Panther. But because I feel like Black Panther's more of an idea rather than tied to just a singular person who took the mantle at one point, then yeah, I want the idea to carry on basically.
I think I know what you mean, but I also think that the character is too important, and there are other franchises in the superhero world or kind of other fictions where it gets passed on generation to generation. But there's a reason why Nickelodeon is redoing Avatar with Aang, because he's the prime one. Like which you want to say, Blue?
Oh no, I'll wait
Blue?
for you to finish. Go ahead.
Go
ahead.
All right, don't lose the train of thought. I'm
Finish
saying I think the
I'm with you.
mantle and yeah, it gets passed on. We understand it, but same with Iron Fist. There's always going to be a new person who holds that power, but they're propagating Danny Rand all the time. And same thing with like Ghost Rider. We're gonna get Johnny Blaze or same thing with Green Lantern. We're gonna keep getting Hal Jordan over and over again, or what are some of
John
the other
Stewart.
mantles?
John Stewart.
Mantle
John-
super. What are some other mantle superheroes that like through in the
He don't-
fiction? Yes, throughout
don't
time
get-
they
don't
keep
get
going.
Jill started with
Peter Parker, Bruce Banner.
I wouldn't call Peter Parker one of those mantles where like every generation has a new one that takes over, but they are those that exist, and the main character of the franchise being propagated, getting the movie treatment, getting the cereal boxes and the whole run all the time, like that's important in the fictional universe that is comic books. Time doesn't pass; these characters don't age. Batman.
We just saw in Superman and Lois, he got killed. He died. His son's carrying the mantle. So that happens from time to time.
Well,
It doesn't happen a lot.
They only killed that franchise because James Gunn.
Yeah, but
coming
he's
out
not
with
Clark. That
Yeah, reboot after reboot, whether it's Superman
my
Lois,
bad,
whether it's
Fatal.
Smallville,
I think
whether
that
it's a cartoon, whether it's Justice League, we know that Superman is Clark Kent,
it's not
and that
Clark.
kind of gets promoted and pushed. And so I want the same thing to happen for the melanated people. Like Black Panther is the T'Challa franchise, and we got to educate our audiences over and over again who this guy is. Like we'll get different takes of him. Like remember when it depends on the director for Batman, you'll get a different take. You'll get a happier one. You'll get the Adam West bang. You'll get these different versions of it. And I want the same thing to happen for the Black Panther franchise. Even though, yes, within the universe, go ahead, Fidelja.
You cooking, and please, I didn't want you to stop, but you got to look at the history of movies. And let's start off with Blade, the Blade franchise. What happened at the end of his franchise? What happened in the third movie, the third Blade movie?
They made it look like he got killed. They tried to make it like he got killed.
What did they try to do with the Ryan Reynolds character in Blade?
Promote
it. Was they tried to pass the torch off.
Pass the torch to him.
They tried to make him the new Blade. Look at what they're doing with Cap now. He was Falcon. Now he had to earn his right to be Captain America. Look at where we're going with this situation right here. Now they're passing the torch again to instead of T'Challa, it's going to Toussaint. You know, I already got a theory in my head what they're gonna do with Black Panther 3. Now, I'm recast forever, but I feel like what they're gonna do with this Black Panther 3 with Toussaint, he's going to be trained by Shuri, and he's going to be trained by his mother. He's going to be neglected by the Wakandians.
He's gonna be trashed.
Yeah, but he gonna be disrespected. Everybody gonna say you're not the king. You're not the king. He gonna have to earn his right. By the end of the movie, he's gonna earn his right to be
Sounds like
king.
Ryan Coogler to me.
I'm just telling you how
what you told me though, how you began. Your example wasn't like making sense to me. The Eric Brooks Blade thing was something that we saw for 3 movies, and thanks to that, we're gonna get a new version of Blade. Some other actor will play him. So that's what I'm talking about. Same thing with T'Challa. That character should be able to have what Blade was able to do for 3 movies. We should be able to have that same character over and over again. Now we hot potato the mantle. It went from him. It goes to his sister. Now it goes to his bastard son. If we like keep telling the audience that the main character of Black Panther is somebody else over and over again, we're diluting the franchise and we're not affording them this Black Panther franchise. what some of our popular, famous white franchises always have, which is the same character in the lead, and how we get to a place where everyone knows Bruce Wayne is Batman or
You're exactly right,
Hulk.
But you're exactly right. But they've already diluted. Look what we got in X-Men 97. Look at what we got with this brand new Captain America movie. I mean, not Captain America movie.
But the Captain America, the Brave New World Captain America thing.
No, the Captain. I meant to say the video game. Look what we got with this Wakanda animation coming out.
You're right. They're diluting it, but I oppose it. I've made videos about talking about how it's a problem.
Yeah,
everything Black Panther is not T'Challa, is what I mean.
It's right, what they're trying to teach the audience.
Right. That's to detriment of the Black Panther franchise. Right. That's to the detriment. That's not to the betterment of it.
You're exactly right. So this is my thought.
So then why are you making that case if we're exactly right?
No, I'm not opposing. I never did oppose.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, I'm talking from the mind of MCU writers.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't care about them.
But this is what, hold on, real quick, if I lose my train of thought. Okay. With them doing all of this, Chillmonger, with them doing this, where they're trying to give you all these mantles without it being T'Challa, which we know T'Challa is the character. Are they purposely doing this? Yeah. Or so you feel like they purposely want people to forget about T'Challa?
Well, they're trying to condition the audience that mantles is mantles makes the superhero. Yeah. Right. That's what they're trying to condition the audience. Taking Falcon, turning into Captain America. Oh, it's just a mantle. Anybody could be Captain America. Not knowing that the only reason why we have Captain America is because Steve Rogers was a good man. That's the only reason why we got it. Ain't no anybody could just be Captain America because look at what we did.
They'll see how that was the case.
Then U.S. Agent would have been a dope ass Captain America, but he wasn't because he's not Steve Rogers. That's the whole thing about Captain America. T'Challa being Black Panther is because T'Challa has to go through all these things, the hero's journey, so to speak, his whole upbringing, him not having his the tutelage, the parents and things of that nature. All of those things come to make who T'Challa is. You can't just pass that to Toussaint. Like LeBron can't just pass what he went through in the NBA to damn LeBron James Jr. It just don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? That's my son is not me.
But when you go back and look at Marvel, every time it has to do with a Black character, they're either accepting the mantle from somebody else or they passing.
No, they're not. They're not. Well, Black characters accept the mantle, but Falcon. We don't have no other Black.
Sure,
you about to have the robot girl, the Iron Man girl. What's her name?
She's her own character. I hate to say it, she's still her own character.
Yeah, she's.
I know, but she ain't. She's not masquerade as Iron Man. That's all I'm saying. She's not Iron Man.
Yeah, you're right.
You're talking, Fatal J. What I'm saying is, you're talking about the MCU, who said anybody who has Thor's hammer gets to be Thor. Jane Foster was Thor simply because she got to hold the hammer. So this is
you're going far away. I don't think that example matters.
It does because you're saying that it's the mantle, not the person.
Oh,
and the MCU are going, whoever holds the hammer, that's Thor.
And Jaded, isn't this the roughest stretch of Marvel movies with this mantle? Who gets to be? There's two Hawkeyes.
I think it said it has the power of Thor. They're not Thor. They have the power of Thor.
Daddy hit the spot. Pause. You know, Jaded, you know dang well when you see that hammer, you thinking of nobody else but Thor.
Right. What did the MCU do? They gave it to Jane Foster and go, look, this is your Thor.
But y'all talk about Thor. But it's a double-edged sword because a lot of times when I've heard plenty of content creators, YouTubers say it's not comic book accurate. Well, guess what? Jane Foster getting Thor's power is comic book accurate.
Danny, I was complaining about comic books.
Becoming the Black
on
Panther
my channel. I complain about comic books when they do it, so I'll be just as mad when the movies adapt the mantle stuff.
Right. Mantles is a brand new thing. Well, I don't want to say brand new, but it's maybe about 15, 20 years. I'll say about 15. Ever since the all Marvel in the comic book started happening, that's when they wanted to focus on mantles. That's when it became a thing. They wanted to make They turned Miss Marvel into Captain Marvel. They turned Falcon into Captain America. They even with Miles Morales being Spider-Man, they wanted to do all these mantle swaps because they wanted representation. And the only way to get the representation out was to use characters that was already the popular or had some type of backstory to try to make these new characters popular. That's it. That's the only reason why they want these mantles to work.
Yeah, and I don't care so much about the why they do it, but they're definitely trying to push it, and they think that Toussaint will be accepted so far. Like maybe when Falcon doesn't work, they go, "Oh, people don't like mantles. What the hell? Let's just freaking use T'Challa. We have the rights to this character. It's not like another studio has the rights to this character, like Sony or Universal with Hulk. We can do T'Challa." And I think that maybe Falcon failing helps that. Maybe. I don't. So just to bring it back to what Rhea started when she opened her mouth, Toussaint being the substitute for T'Challa, I know there could be good benefits from it. You know, they'll get some great actor. They'll have Denzel in the movie. They know he can execute T'Challa storylines, and I understand positivity can come from it. But if we're elevating a character, thanks for calling me Jada Fanboy. So if you're elevating Toussaint and making him more popular, even though they're going to call him T'Challa, we all know that that's not the same character, and we would be wasting resources to have a competitor, a Black Panther alternate, who a lot of people are going to start liking this new character. He'll be in more movies than actual T'Challa is, and then some people are going to start thinking that, well, T'Challa's not supposed to be here actually because he's too old. Technically, you know, Azuri's the World War II Panther. Then there's T'Chaka, Niobe, or what's his name? Sian. And then there's T'Challa. And then now that it's year 2040, T'Challa's the 2020s Panther. It's supposed to be Toussaint. He's the new one, you know, it's part of the lore. And we'll just kill T'Challa each and every time we tell the story of Black Panther. I feel like it's a rotten precedent that we're starting to say that this present period of Black Panther requires for T'Challa to be dead. When we don't do that, like in X-Men 97, they were lying to ourselves and telling us, well, T'Chaka's supposed to be the Black Panther during that time. Think about it. It's the 90s. Well, then why is Spider-Man even alive if it's the 90s and T'Challa isn't the Black Panther? We should pause them in their tracks before they start telling us Toussaint, and they throw all of the hard work, the 200 and something comics of Black Panther, the TV shows, and everything that Chadwick Boseman was able to do to elevate this character up. We should stop them as hard as possible, as much as we can, from moving on and making the mantle pass to Toussaint and making him the primary one, kind of like, I don't know, Blue Beetle. We know that it's Jaime Reyes instead of, what's his name? Ted Kors. He's the one of the past. We shouldn't want to do that and throw away our T'Challa.
Well, you got the Phantom. Somebody mentioned the Phantom earlier in the stream. He passes the mantle all the time, but everybody know him as Kit Walker.
Exactly.
That's the definitive Phantom. Exactly. So I just don't understand why Marvel want to move away from T'Challa. I just don't understand it. I really don't.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It passed from father to son, to Phantom, and all of them name are Kit. So this is something similar to what they're doing. I'm not saying you gotta like it, and I'm not saying I totally disagree with what you're saying, Chillmonk. I'm just saying that the normies don't have the passion or the understanding that you have for that particular character. And if I'm sitting here being totally honest, if the movie is dope, I'm going to use Fail's word. If the movie is dope with Toussaint, I'm going to support it. If it's a Ryan Coogler movie, you may not like his style, but I'm going to support it because there ain't many people that look like him doing what he does. So I'm going to support that.
Yeah, that's
a lot of people. Okay, well, I'm in the trap then. I'm in the trap.
It is.
A lot of people didn't think that it was a failure. I don't think $860 million is a failure. Not in my book. Not by my math.
No, it's not a failure. It's not a failure.
So I mean,
the reason it's a failure is because the movie costed so much to make and so much to advertise that $800 million wasn't enough.
So you didn't think they made their money back?
I read the Deadline article. So either Deadline is lying to me or they made their money back. They didn't make their money back. One of the two things happened. I'm being lied to by Deadline, or they didn't make their money back.
I mean, it's possible because it could be possible because $800 million for BVS for DC side that was a loss for them because they was thinking that movie was gonna do $1 billion. So
I think it's right, and I think that's the thing. It's all about how they looked at it. We can say it's not a failure because it made 800 something million against whatever their budget was. But what all did they put into that movie that we don't know about? What loans did they take out? What did they pay said actors or said promotion? You know what I'm saying? 800 is nothing to laugh about. I'm with you.
A lot of those movies get rebates and they get all kind of tax breaks depending on where they're shooting at. We gotta have all the numbers. Some
I agree.
Yeah.
Some of these arguments is just like Rotten Tomatoes. If Rotten Tomatoes supports your argument, you're hitting it all day long. Look at it. Rotten Tomatoes said it made 90. This 90%. I'm not saying you. I'm saying some.
I'm just saying.
If Rotten Tomatoes is good and it supports their argument, they all for it. Rotten Tomatoes, it's 90. If it's bad,
I'll go look at the numbers. I need facts. I need facts. Then I go
say that's how people use stuff.
Chill. I want to ask you this question.
I want to clap back at Danny though. I want to tell him about the clearance rack for all the Black Panther Wakanda Forever toys.
You can get that. This just a real quick question. Let's just say Black Panther 3, they give you everything that you want except the recast. But when they do Toussaint, it's Aldous Hodge. Will you or will you not go see Black Panther 3?
I will not, because the recast is everything I want. I'm really not picky about anything else.
I'll be there first night.
And I like Aldous, man. But damn, I probably won't be there for that.
Ooh.
So Blue, you won't support it either?
No, I probably won't be there for that.
Wow.
Because I think
and that's why we're not getting more black movies.
That's not why. The reason why is because they set this up.
Right.
They created this concoction. We got to be looking at who stacked the deck in order for these conversations to happen. Where me and Blue are saying, "Damn, we're not going to support a black movie." Look at what they did.
Danny, the thing is, because once I start supporting that, they're gonna be able to play in my face anytime they want, and that's the only reason why I don't want to support that.
That's a good point, though.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to just be whenever they want to pull the rug from under me because they don't do it to anybody else. That's the only reason. You know what I'm saying? I want to support Ryan. I want to support Aldous, and
we're all going to support in April. We're going to watch Sinners, and we're going to do panels about it. You're all invited. We want to support these guys.
I'm going there.
Look how they dogged out my boy. But Danny, look how they. You just got to think about these things. Look how they dogged out our boy Nick Fury, one of the coldest characters in the MCU, and he's sitting up there tongue kissing aliens.
Secret Invasion was good until the last episode. The last episode,
no, it was not.
Okay,
no, it was not.
All right, well, I heard Secret Invasion. We're done here. Jace,
say what? No, hold on. We can't end on that.
We can talk off stream, but I don't take my audience's time for granted. It's been 3.5 hours. That was 33 burning Black Panther questions. We started with the Aldous Hodge stuff, and then we got into Toussaint. Inevitably, we would always come to Toussaint. Jace the Don, subscribe. The Road to Wisdom, subscribe to Danny. Blue Minotti, Blue's House is where you can subscribe to him. The CJH Entertainment Plus. Say something so we know you're live.
I am on Twitter. I'm on YouTube. I'm everywhere.
Proof of life.
Yes. Fatal J.
I just want to leave on this note. This was dope to you, Danny.
I said the last episode ruined it for me.
This should have ruined it for you in the first episode. Two men don't do that when they greet each other.
But I mean, that's how the scrolls me. But
yeah, but he could have been a scroll though.
But
we'll talk. We'll
talk, Danny, because I want to know what you saw that I didn't see.
On the Fatal J show.
Nah, that was your chance. Too late. You don't get to promote
tomorrow
yourself.
night. Dark Council, the best live stream known to man. Be there at 8:30 Central Time. Rayo, we want you to be there too. Peace.
Glimmering Harpy, she got a YouTube channel. The Glimmer Cast, is that your YouTube channel you want to promote?
I have a dead husk of a channel. Please check it out at Glimmering Harpy. But yeah, I'm like, I'm a clown on Twitter, X. Yeah, follow me there for some locale moments.
Yep. Everyone liked the stream. Thank you all for being here, whether you join me for a minute or for all 3 hours. What are you doing? Huh? We're out.
Yeah.